Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
SAP full form I will say is SAP. Full form is System Application Products in Data Processing. It includes your application level of things, database level of things, and your system level of things, like it will include your OS, your presentation, your GUI interactions, your you can say front-end interactions, and your database interactions. All these include which comes into one process is SAP, and it was founded in 1972. And this is the history. What we are going to do is we are going to learn about Basis module. What is SAP is our task as a Basis administrator is that our system should run properly without any issues, inconsistencies or slowness in our landscape. There are a lot of users. A lot of complaints has been like our SAP system is not working fine or there is something problem in our databases. It's our duty to work on OS level, to work on application level and to work on database level. Basis model will have a knowledge and by slowly having an experience, by working on the systems, you will get the knowledge of all about your application, database, presentations. Everything will be a little knowledge of everything. Every model you will be able to get in Basis model. Means if you are start working that you will be able to catch up that. What's the issue? As its function side issue, Basis side issue or above side issue or some other models like network issue or OS level issue. Operating system issue, whatever the server's issue. This is the Basis model that it should have a capacity to look into all the systems and it's his duty to make system running fine without any slowness and without any issues into the system. This is our Basis module and that's why we work as an administrator to make that SAP work fine, a SAP software work fine. I will come back to that ERP system. Suppose I was giving an example of Mercedes, Benz or some other companies in which you are going to order any cars or something or you want to order any tires or you go any manufacturer company and you want to order a bulk data. Suppose it was a normal ERP system, how it works, like if some customer comes to the sales team first. If we ask for that, I want to order 50 cars and 50 cars or 50 trucks, whatever like steel I want to order or I want to purchase steel or something like tons of steels. I need to purchase whatever the manufacturer company. He will come to the sales team first. Now suppose sales team doesn't have a data about what are the inventories available. Like suppose any 50 cars has been ordered and he will check into the inventory. He will contact the inventory team and he will ask them how many cars are available in our inventories. Suppose 25 cars are available and after that he will get information at 25 cars are available. He in it. You need to talk to the customer that what are the other 25 cars I will be giving. He will contact to production planning. What production planning will do? It will again go in and check into inventory and what is the raw material available to make a car. And then he will get the information from inventory and go to the production planning and production planning contact to sales and sales. We can interact with customers. Now, suppose there is a raw material is not available. Suppose only 5 cars can be made or 10 cars can be made. What inventory And what production planning will do is he will contact to vendors like, I need this raw materials, I need this steel, I need this fibers, I need this tires, all those things he will contact to vendor. Vendor will give information at this will be available at this time and that time. Vendor will give information to production planning, that then it will call to finance that this will be the cost if I am giving you, and then after reaching to finance, it will go to again production planning. And after I come to production planning, everything is fixed with the budget and everything with vendors. Production planning, he will contact to sales that this is the material, this is this. And suppose any customer wants to have a car within a limited period of time. What he will do? He will production planning will call to HR then, or sales team will reach you to HR that how many workers are available in our company to work on that. And suppose we were shortage of 50 workers or something. This HR will hire 50 workers. Either it's a temporary, it's a permanent, it depends on situation. Ultimately, this will be a very bad databases, many very bad management. This is all the process that was followed before, which is time consuming and doesn't have a proper data to be given to the customers. This is a very decentralized and very, you can say, process that is very not properly managed. That production, I need to give the raw material to shop floor execution and start making cars. But we come to know that there is no shortage of employees or workers, then HR will hire them now. This is the kind of process that will increase the customer dissatisfaction and ultimately lead to the loss of business. This is the process which is already working, which was working before, which SAP has conquered upon it, that how SAP will work it. Did you getting my point? What I want to say? After this, there is no real-time inventory information available to sales because there may be possibilities like inventories is handling local databases. Production planning is handling local databases. Finance team is handling local databases. HR is handling local databases. Every management team is handling local databases, information which is out of sync with other things and which sales is not able to. Sales team is not able to get. What is the actual cars? How much car it will be made? When it will be made? What is the cost? All those things will not be available with the sales team. There is no real-time inventory information with the previous ERP systems. It will ultimately lead to the loss of revenue and customer dissatisfaction, which I already said. After that, there is a concept of centralized ERP system came, in which there will be one centralized database. This is the center. One is a one centralized database which will be updated by every team, either is a finance team, inventory team, HR team, shop floor execution, vendor production planning in sales. Whenever customer comes, sales can have a real-time data because there will not be any inconsistencies data or there is any mismatch of data, like inventory is not updated data to year, 2 months before or 3 months before. There will not be any get. This one is centralized database. No local database will be available there at centralized ERP system. Everything will be updated into a centralized database, which will be accessible from every team, as you can see in a screenshot. You can get a real-time data from this. You can say centralized ERP system. The SCP is a software which works on a centralized ERP system. That's why SCP is a centralized ERP software system. And that's why the software is very famous And that's why the customers are implementing a CB software because it increases the revenue and customer delight. This is based where a job. SCP is based out of which country? It's Germany-based company. It was invented in 1972 by 3 to 4 founders. I'm not getting the name properly, but it was invented in German and you can see Germany-based company. And the whole you can say whole software was made with the C++ language. It's not based on, still SCP software is made with C++ language as a backend. There is no Java. There is no other language, but it's a C++. It's only based on C++. They use Java as well, right? No, but you can say like the things we are accessing is Java based. But the actual coding, you can say the backend, how the software is where. You don't know how Google is made. But you can access it. You have to install a Java in your system to access some Google apps. It doesn't mean that Google works on Java language. The actual Google is built on different language. The backend is different. The software we are getting is different. The base it's a C++, is it? Base is C++, and still they are using C++ as a language, as a core language for coding and all those things. But it's a software bed. We don't have to go into that part because we are an administrator part. It's a software. We cannot do anything. It's a development thing. It's a product team. The above module, you can say the mod, we are in basis module, like there are P module, production planning module, there are M, module management, there are finance module, there are above module. Above module is a model which works mainly on development, but it doesn't work on the development of software. It works on the customizations like finance team. Already a finance team get the information from customer and they used to send to above to make those customization in your SAP or in your company according to the customer requirements. But installing software, maintaining software, user creation, you can say authorization roles. Take health checkup. This all will be done by the basis module. What Germany companies, SAP Germany, used to do is they used to create software in whichever language they used to give or in whichever language they used to create. We will get that software from this AP marketplace. This marketplace link is there. The portal. You can get those softwares from support market. Put a portal. We can download it in customer server and there you can install on any like it's Windows, Unix, AIX, whatever we can install AP application. We can install SAP software on any server as it is Windows or you need server. What is the database used in SAP? What is the database used in SAP? Look, SAP supports multiple databases like first one. The first one was Oracle databases. Oracle database supports by SAP software. Second, it was the own database he has created at Sybase. Sybase was overtaken by SAP from last around 5 to 6 years before. SAP Sybase also support. Sybase database also support SAP software. Oracle supports. There's a MaxDB database. Have you heard about it? MaxDB also support. Henning database, which is new right now, which is in hot topic. Like everyone is using Hane database only for its memory based on memory. Everything is stored in memory. Nothing is stored in disk. It's very fast in processing calculations. HANA database is there. There, you have also heard about DB2 database. DB2 database also supported by SAP software and MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server, that is also supported by SAP software. HANA database is the product of SAP or it's some third party. It's a product of SAP only. SAP only introduced it. HANA Enterprise Cloud Hack team is there which used to handle all those HANA database previously. But now HANA database is introduced by SAP and it can be. You can sold as a database alone also, and it can be sold with an SAP application also. That's understood. That's understood. Just like it was Oracle before that. Oracle was running independent without any ERP. If the application just was storing data and everything, just like HANA database is also run, it can be run without any application or without anything. It can store data, you can calculate, you can retrieve data according to customer's need. But I think the SAP application means this application itself. It has any database. No, application doesn't have any databases. Application is like, I will tell you about that. I will tell you about that. How? What is application? What is presentation? What is databases? I will come to that point. Next slide is that only. Before that, I need to clear that is my. Am I able to explain what I want to say? Like how centralized ERP system started work and how SAP occupies it at that. I will work on centralized ERP system method. Let's go ahead with the presentation floor. In SAP there was first it was introduced as an R2 architecture. R2 means real-time architecture. RSR stands for real-time architecture. Previously it was application and database layer. But on one server, like you can say here, these two were merged at presentation application was one only. And databases were different. And after this, right now, around 15 to 16 years, I'm not remembering the exact year and date. R3 architecture was introduced in which there is a 3-layer architecture. That is 3-tier architecture. Let's first is presentation layer, application layer, and then databases layer. You can access it through your laptop by going into that link. Or if you are going into anything used to access, you go through app, you go through any particular software. A lot of software are available in market which are directly connected to internet, right? Even on place to a lot of apps are available. You can download any. It doesn't have any data and which stores anything information about it. Suppose you are accessing Google.com and you go to YouTube or you can go to Netflix. Netflix doesn't store data in your local drive. It's just a browser. It's a presentation layer which will access your movies and this. Suppose you go to the Netflix server, Netflix app, Netflix. When you click on Netflix app, it says SAP Goya. That's the presentation layer. It doesn't store any data. It's just for the login into your application site or database level site. When you access any Netflix, it will open a server in that app. You select which movie you need to see or something. All this calculation will be done on application level that these movies available. This movie is available according to your searches and everything. All the calculations, all the requirements which are made by the users are done in application side. Same like in SAP. I will whenever we go into the next sessions or after next two or three sessions. you will come to know that if I want to have any data, suppose you want to log in through a presentation layer and you performed any calculation like 4 plus 4, you command you just give an agree or you can just give in a process that I have. What is the output of 4 plus 4? What application will do? It will calculate your 4 plus 4 and it will store get the data from the databases like 8 is the answer for it. But for all the calculations, for all those things will be done on application level side. Presentation and application. Both doesn't have any data, doesn't have any local data, but anything you insert it, it will be stored in a database. Are you getting it? I will show you like this is SAP going. This is the SAP software. You can say SAP presentation layer, SAP Guy software, which every end users, which you will also install on your laptop or whatever server you are using it. You can install it on your desktop, local desktop and on in that. Once you are installed, you need to enter new entries of your. What is the application level? Access like. If you go into this new connection, you will come to a user defined system in. Next, you will give the description of like I have an SAP app server for Mercedes-Benz, for example. An application server IP address. It will be provided by the OS team. Suppose any application IP is given on 9.2.68 at 10.2 or something. Whatever instance number is given, I will come back to. I will come to instance number. After 2 to 3 session it. I will give you information. What is instance number? What is it? It's a unique instance number which is given to the SAP application or app databases level system as it is. A lot of systems are available in our landscape. How you can detect which SID is given which instance number. This SID and instance number are the one who make them unique from other systems. For example, you have all those details. For example, SID is ABC and it's always of 3 letters. As it is always of 3 letter, instance number is always of 2 letters, of 2 word, of 2 digits. And suppose you go to next and you finish it. Once you finish it, the entry is added into your SAP Guy software. It's just a test system. I don't know. I have just put the random IP address on all those things. But you will get to have a test server like this SAP one. This is all. This provided you and details will be shared by the Mona Lisa or someone. Soon when you will be, I will give you a task and you need to log into the system and check all those things. This is the present. We have added the system details and once we double click on it, he will be asking for our aid and aid password. Suppose I don't have a student and log at the rate 0. I don't have password right now, but it will be able to log into your SAP Guide. Once you have login with SAP, you are able to access SAP application levels of data and there is no. You cannot access database directly. You have to access application only. Everything you need to do is through application. You cannot access directly database. Database is stored only for storing data. Database for storing data only. You cannot have any direct access to database. Everything will be done through application level. Hello Ajay, this application, this guy that you are showing that was to access the SAP system or to access the database. No, it was for accessing the SAP system. If I want to use it, if I want to use the installable to access the SAP system, correct. That's one. Write that one. But are they but it? Because in our company, all they use like web-based, it's on SAP or it's something else. Yes, I don't know. Something like Fury, right? Fury is something different. Enterprise portal services is something different. I can come to you on that also. I will come to you on that. But just remember, this presentation is just for accessing. Even if you go through ERL also, it's just a presentation layer only. It will not store any data. Just like Google Com, you will not be store any data on Google link. It will be stored in your drive only somewhere. And that drive will be maintained in a Google head office, right? Right? Because everything data need to be stored somewhere physically, but for accessing them, it will be available through internet, through network. You can able to access it. This is the presentation layer, application layer, and the database layer. Just database. I already told database is only used for storing data and fetching any data with the help of application layer with the help of the query you are given to. Application query means what other you want to fetch any records of. Suppose you have a 1,000 records of data in your company, like from 10 years. A lot of data has been inserted in your databases. Everything is stored in database as a raw data, right? But for getting a meaningful data from it, we need the help of application server like I need to have. I need to access the data of last 5 years only, not of 10 years. This calculation will be done on application level side and command will be given through presentation layer. But it will be done on server level on application side, and it will end out what is the output is given to the databases. It will fetch the data. It will be displayed on SAP application. It will be given to application level and it will be displayed to you back again on presentation server. Yes, go ahead. Now this is something typical architecture of SAP software, how SAP software works, and what are the things involved in that SAP software. Just for the overview, I can tell you this is presentation layer in which your PC can be used, or you can use an R link also, whatever is visible or whatever it's implemented in your landscape. From that, the instruction is given through HIM. HIM is Internet Communication Manager Services available. It is available in application side. It will not be anything we need to give directly to somewhere, like we don't have to put any details for AIM. It's all inbuilt. Services are there in SAP application side. We don't have to be like go to individual service and give any command or give any output for it. This will be handled automatically in SAP application side. We cannot give any manual command for it. This is from skin. You can see this is SAP for presentation layer. A request come through ECM or request can directly come through SAP Guy also. You can see this first one, SAP Guy. SAP Guy will transfer the request to the application level application layer. In application layer, we have a message server available. Now, what is message server? Is my service like? Suppose a lot of requests are coming into your system. We need to maintain load balancing. We need to maintain what are the requests need to be processed to SAP systems. What are the requests? In how much queue? Who have given you the queues? Who has given you the query first? According to that, he will load balance. The message server will load balance the request to the dispatcher, to the gateway and everything. The first thing will be all the requests will be stored in dispatcher queue, the 3 number. You can see it. Wait a minute, let me zoom in. The SAP guy first of all, go to the dispatcher queue. Dispatcher queue. The dispatcher queue was handled by the dispatcher service is available in a SAP inbuilt. What it will do is it will gather all the requests and it will work on first in, first out, first come, first serve. Sorry, first come first. Whatever the request will come first to the application level. Suppose in 1000 us log into the system and we have work per process around 500 and 499 is already used. The 501 will be. The first will be the one which is in this vision first line of this dispatcher queue. The dispatcher will assign that work process to the dispatcher queue and then in dispatcher queue will send this request to the application side. That what are the things he need to perform that? And that will be done through work process and work process. What is work process? What is message server? What is dispatcher? I will tell you in our next session. We have a separate session for that. See, I'm just giving an overview that this term should be familiar with you. You can be able to understand it. Are you getting it? Yes, sir. It's difficult right now. Frankly speaking, it's very difficult right now to get this message. Server dispatcher. What is dispatcher queue? What is the process exactly? It is nothing wrong that it is very tough, but it will be easy. After 1 or 2 sessions, you will be able to tell those are the service it is. It is looking too theoretical as of now. Once we access now, I can tell you that how it will work, we'll see. In our SAP systems, we have 7 work process available. What is work process? Is anything you suppose you log into the system. Any work process, any queue, any thread or anything need to be assigned to you, particularly that it will have all the information of your user, that what user needs to do, what is that, what user wants data from it, how to do calculation, anything need to be done. Suppose if you have gone to any real estate or you cannot talk directly to builder or someone. You will have some agent involved in it who will handle everything for you. There is always some person available for you. Just like that, only there is work process available for your systems, for your SAP application. That will be responsible for all your activities. Like you have given any query, you want to fetch any data, you want to see any data, that work process will handle everything for you. That work process will be assigned to you. All the memory, all the data will be retrieved. All the communications will be done through that work process only between application and database. This just it. Just a work was. Use of work process. Is that only? It will be assigned to you and all the calculation will be done through that only, and how this communicate with each other. It's a responsibility of work process. How memory is managed, how request is handled from one side to another side. This will all be done by work process. You don't have to do any special tasks to log into dispatcher queue or dispatcher work process or to get any memory information. There are different types of dialogue, different types of process available, work process available in our landscape, in our app software like dialogue. First one is dialogue 1. Dialogue 1 is that which end users wanted directly real-time processes. Suppose you want to see the data right now. Suppose you want to see the last 5 years sales of Mercedes-Benz. How many sales was done for Mercedes-Benz in the last 5 years of sedan car, or of cars more than 50 lakh, 60 lakhs, all those things. You give an information and you get an output. This will be done through dialogue work process. Second is update. Suppose any sales team or any inventory team want to update it like, this is the request or this is the invoice generated for our Mercedes-Benz or for any car is sold. This will be updated in your databases. Update 1 is, that is first one. Update 1 is for responsible update and it's for critical update, the update which need to be done right now. Update 2 is for less critical. Suppose a lot of time the situations will come in. In SAP software that workplaces are getting assigned, a lot of update has been done into databases at that time. That's the application will decide that what data need to be updated first in databases. Either it's update or update 2. If update and update 2 is available, he will first update data only, like critical data first. After that, less critical data will be updated. Now third one and a fourth one is background work process. Now background work process is something like you want to have a report to be generated and it is around 15 to 20 years of data. You wanted 10 to 15 years of data you wanted. You cannot display directly in foreground. A lot of data will be available and suppose thousands and lakhs of records are available at that time. You can schedule a background job that it will start processing your calculation in background mode. Once you start into the background mode, it will calculate all the things which you want, like from last 15 years, how many sales was there in which city, in how much budget. All those data will be done and a background job will be running at that time. Suppose that the best usage of background job is, suppose your internet connection is broken. Your dialogue work process will log you out. It will not be available, but in background it will start the processing run on applicant level. Suppose your power cutoff is done or your internet is broken. Still, that job will run in the backend of application server. Once you log in again, you will see that the job is finished. There is one T-code, transaction T-codes is available. You can go and check there in SIM37 T-code. Is there that background job is finished? In that background, you can download a report and you can work on it. This is the benefit of background. But dialog SIM3070 code 37 means it's like access says codes, or you can do it through the transitions code like in there. You will type and you will see the information. I think we'll see this going forward, right? You will. Once you get an app guy level, I can tell you how background jobs are running and how you can take an output or whatever. Next one is the spooled request. Space for output request like printer request is available like any. Any users want to have a printout of any invoices. This will be handled by the spool request, spool work process. And the last one is in queue. Then what is in queue is whenever you try to access any data, the data is stored somewhere in tables at database level. Suppose you want to access any data regarding for tires, tire related data, that how many tires were sold of that company from last 10 years or last 1 week, 2 weeks. You have entered any T code through any function ppm, whoever module is there. Lock will be created on that table. When you are accessing that table, a lock is created on that table that no other user can edit that table at that time. Locks are created on that table once you are finished with your work. Once you have entered any data into that table, or once you have entered any information into that table. Once you log off, other user can access it. This is the use of lock entries, that no two users can edit the table at the same time. This is the use of enqueue work process. This handles all. Even if users want to try it, he will give you the message that this table is locked by that user. You cannot edit it. You can see it, but you cannot edit it. This is the use of workflow. This is the use of enqueue work process. Did you get it? Yes, Ajay, you can go ahead. Now I will tell you, this is a centralized app system, right? Doesn't support decentralized because a centralized database is available now once CP is in, as if when we install an SAP system in our landscape, it is installed in two ways. Either as a central system in which application and database runs on same server, either it's a Windows server or it's a Linux server, or CP can be implemented in two system and two type. Like you can say application is running on one server, database is running on second server. Do you know what server is? Do you have any idea about server? Server means which one you are asking. I like on server means have you heard about server? Like what kind of server you know? We know. Right, like server means we have domain controller server. We have the app application servers. Have you ever accessed those servers? Yes, because we are the one managing, right? How do you access? It means it's a Windows server or Linux server. Windows server. You just log into that server by RDP, being it password at RDP. Yes, right? Yes, those are the servers. On that server, we used to install SAP software. Those are the servers. From your SAP guy, you can access those servers. Also, right from your SAP guy, you can access the server. From your local desktop, you can access RDP right from SAP. I'm not SAP. Normally, we are connecting through RDP, and because it's all in Windows, I got it. But can you explain how you can access the server to SAP Goal? SAP guy, how I can access? Because you said RDP is one thing which we know. RDP is something of accessing of server directly or at OS level, correct, right? And who is? Suppose you have a MD in your company, you have a managing director, you have an owner of the company. He will not directly log into your server and check the file data levels, right? And while logging into WordView, will only get a file data structure like your application. File structure is this database. Here is this, but you cannot do any calculation on that file level directly, right? These are the part of sales team, of client sales team and SAP support sales team. They used to interact. They get at some boku. They used to get some contract that this will be done. This will be available for you. All those things will be already decided before implementation. And after that you will. Once the contact is done, billing is done, customer will get in as user a password for accessing all those SAP softwares. This is as user aid, or you can say email. It is also provided to the client at the name of whatever the client requested. This is the unique as user aid which we provided for specific to client only. Like Mercedes have different as user aid, BMO will have different as user aid, or any manufacturer company will have different as user aid. Every, this is a unique as user aid. Once you log in with Con with your user file aid, give the password. This is the support portal link of SAP. Are able to see it. Yes, suppose you need to download any softwares. You can click on software downloads. You need to report an incident related to product. You can create an incident to SAP and this incident will be created to SAP product team which is seated in Germany or in USA. Even in India also, SAP team is available for product support. Any licenses you need to create. License means every year. Once the system is installed, there is a 3 months of temple lessons given to the customer. After that, you need to renew the R license, permanent license, and maintenance license in every 6 months. A mentor license is not that much mandatory nowadays because the concept of maintenance license has been removed. Now there's only permanent license we need to apply and how to apply that license. I will also give you about that brief in our next sessions. These all are the things. If you go on software downloads, you can get a lot of information, several at once. What are the installation you need to perform like you need to? You need to install app and you need to install Fury also, or you need to install any success factor add on unit to install on SAP ERP and integrate it. This all will be available on support portal. These are the databases which is available by SAP. This customer is, I am not telling you the customer name, but this customer is using all the databases in his landscape. He has purchased all the license for his databases for his SAP software like MaxDB, SAP AS, Miskl, ABIM and all those things, but for HANA, we can't see for HANA here. No Swan is available for better. If you go to alphabetical order, we'll go to HANA. HANA, it's available here. HANA related files. This is the database SAP HANA database. Right now 2.0 version is going on. And for Swarana, go to Sword alphabetically. You can search it. Where is SS? Here you can see SSSSS for HANA, which for the latest version is 2022. Right now, INDV SHAMF will be released in around 2 to 3 months after I'm images maybe. Those are the software. If you go into that software, you will get a zip file. What installation you need to do? This is a zip file and it's of around kbs, MBs, GBs. 5B of export is available for Sienna. Am I able to get it? What I want to say. These are the installation files, zip files available. It is just same as Java. Java dumps are available. You need to download it and install it just like SAP software. You need to download it and install it just like Java you install on your laptop. SAP software. Download it on your Windows server or Linux server and you can install there. The process of installing is different between Java and SAP. That's it. Otherwise, it's also software. Java is also software. We can install it normally. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.